time flies, right? Now it's close to 5 months, right? And we had the honor once again to invite Frederik to have a special session with us. Now, before we begin, can everyone please show your planner, and you have to turn on your camera. Let's see. We have different colors. Yay! Awesome. So get ready your planner, get ready your pen, your notebook to write down tons of notes, okay? Now, and also, just a quick background for everybody, how this planner came about, right? So I believe in our entire team, there's about close to 100 of us that got this planner. It's actually a recognition gift for all of the coaches who have been contributing to our lots of our teamwork, our projects, our lifestyle hub. You contribute, you're sharing your testimonial. So this is a little bit of token appreciation from wellness experts to all of you. Okay, so all of you truly deserve it. And then some of you, you actually contacted me. You wanted to get more as well. No problem. And we're going to have a little bit of Q&A from the chat towards the end, okay? Now, super exciting. I see our special guest is already here, right? And then for some of you, if you happen to be very new here, you didn't get to meet our guest back in September, let me tell you what. So past few months has been a tremendous growth for his organization as well, right? He's got brand new two president team in his organization, and very exciting. I think I spotted our amazing new president team in our call today as well. We are very honored and welcome. Let me check it out. Yay! That he's also here with us today to learn together. Okay, so welcome, Frederik. Thank you for giving us the chance today again. And then also welcome President Team Nick to be in this call with us. So happy to have you, right? Now, without further ado, I would really love to invite these special guests out to go through this Q&A session with us, okay? And Frederik, are you ready?
Yes, can everybody hear me now?
Yes, perfectly clear.
Hello, hi from New Zealand.
It's 6 p.m. over there, right?
Yes. I think most people are on the call are in Malaysia, right?
Yes, we're so happy to see you once again. And so in the recent days, past few days, we actually gathered a few of the questions about the usage of the planners, right? And
yes.
then would you like me to do like an interview style so I can ask?
Yeah, you can let's first go over all the questions, and then if there is some questions I need to go deeper in, I can go a little bit more deeper and give a bit of training about certain subjects if that's needed. Yes.
Okay, very good. So we have maximum, not more than 10 questions today, okay?
That's great.
The first one that we have, the question is, could you share some key pointers for daily discipline?
Yes, for daily discipline, so it's very important for yourself to create a morning routine and an evening routine. So for myself, when I first started this journey of personal development, what I realized is that how you feel is all dependable on how you start your morning, because energy and emotions, they build up momentum. So what you probably notice is if you start focusing on something negative and you keep focusing there, the energy flows there and it keeps building negative momentum. Do you all experience sometimes you have a lot of negative thoughts, and then you start giving those thoughts meaning and you start focusing on them, and then before you know it, you're in a negative momentum? Who've experienced that? You can raise your hand if you have experience, so I know you're following. So this is something I learned in the beginning. When I first learned about law of attraction, I was like going a bit like, okay, I have so many thoughts in my mind. It's crazy, you know, the whole day there's thoughts, and a lot of these thoughts are negative, and I was feeling overwhelmed and helpless. I didn't know what I needed to do with all these thoughts because there were so many. because we have around 80,000 thoughts, 60 to 86,000 thoughts every single day. Now, most of these thoughts are repetitive. That means they keep repeating every single day. If you would be able to record those thoughts and you would listen to them, you will notice if you record them every day that they actually are the same thoughts. So these thoughts are, the first thing I want you to write down, these thoughts are actually not your thoughts. So write that down. These are not my thoughts. These thoughts are actually a recording. It's a recording from your environment, from your parents, from your grandparents, and from your grand-grandparents. They just passed through generations, and your environment actually have programmed those thoughts. So the first thing you got to know is that those thoughts are not you. Okay? Once you know that, you can become the watcher of your thoughts. Okay? That's super important, and that's something I recommend as the main practice to do it daily, because if you become the watcher of your thoughts, you become present in the now. And when you become present in the now, your manifestation powers are way more higher and powerful, and you can have control of your life. Because as long as you think you are your thoughts, what happens is you're gonna play this ping pong game. You're gonna have a game of negative thoughts, positive thoughts, negative thoughts, positive thoughts, and a lot of time negative thoughts, and you're gonna start building momentum on those thoughts, and you lose control of your day, basically. Who has experienced that? Yeah, so I think this is the biggest challenge most of you have, probably, that you're also wondering about, okay, how can I deal with these thoughts? Because I'm aware that my thoughts create my reality. So the more I have these certain thoughts, the more I bring that into my life. That's what the law of attraction is all about. So we got to know is that the law of attraction is always working. You know, if you have lots of negative thoughts, you bring negative things in your life. If you have lots of positive thoughts, you bring positive things in your life. So the law of attraction always works. It's not like it works or it doesn't work. It's always working. The question is, what are you attracting and what are you thinking right now? So the first number one practice is to become the watcher of your thoughts. And to do that, the best thing to always remember is that you are not your thoughts. Because as soon as you identify yourself with your thoughts, you are in the loop and you're not in control of your life anymore. Does everybody understand that? Yes? So first is becoming the watcher. So how do you do that? I personally recommend is to do meditation. Is to do every morning when you wake up, is to start with just the breathing meditation. If you're new to meditation, you can just start watching your breath. Is to do 8 deep breaths, for example. Just wake up in the morning, put your hands up, and just breathe very slowly in, hold, and breathe out. And ideally try to breathe 3 to 5 breaths per minute. So you breathe very slowly in, and when you breathe in, you feel how your breath is going into your nose, and you hold, and you very slowly breathe out. Okay, so let's all do that for a moment. Just breathe in, just put your hands up, and breathe in very slowly. And when you breathe in, feel grateful for the oxygen, and then hold the oxygen, and breathe out. Very slowly breathe out. And now it's very important when you breathe in, always breathe in through the nose. Don't use the mouth, and use the belly. Don't breathe from the chest. If you breathe from the chest, you create a lot of stress in your body. If you breathe from the belly, you become calm and peaceful. So let's do that again. Breathe from the belly. Breathe in slowly. Hold. And breathe out. And now we're going to do another round, but now let's bring gratitude into it. And this is something very powerful that I do for myself also in the morning. Is I breathe in very slowly, and I just feel very grateful for the oxygen that I can breathe, that I'm alive and I can breathe. So just let's feel very grateful for the oxygen flowing in our body. Let's start breathing in slowly. Hold. And breathe out slowly. And one more time, breathe in. Just feel so grateful and feel how the oxygen is flowing into your nose. And just feel so grateful that you can breathe and you're alive. Then hold. And then very slowly breathe out. And let's do one more round. Let's breathe in slowly. Hold. And breathe out. Now, who feels more peaceful and calm already now? And do you notice that your thoughts also slow down when you do this? See, that's the power of breathing. Breathing is super powerful. So that's another practice I really recommend you, because if you breathe well, your energy will be much higher, and also you'll be much more peaceful during the day. Also, it's much easier for you to become the watcher of your thoughts. So when you breathe, you actually take control back of your life. It's like you are taking back charge of the wheel, of the driving wheel when you're driving. It's the same thing. Because if we don't, what happens is most of us, we just reactive. We're living the same day, same patterns day in, day out, and we keep creating the same results in our life. By doing these practices of meditation and breathing and becoming the watcher, what you will do is you finally take control of your steering wheel and you choose what direction you're going in place of automatic living every single day. So that's something that's super, super powerful and important, because you want to become aware of your thoughts. You see, the biggest change and power you have in your life is becoming aware. How do you become aware? Is by becoming the watcher of your thoughts.
Wow.
Okay.
Amazing. It works perfectly. I realized my heartbeat already slowed down, which yesterday I also read through. Frederik was sharing in his planner of why he actually created this planner, right? Which sort of leads me to the next question, which is have you ever felt so low and that by practicing this law of attraction change your life, and how long of a period do you think it will take to see the changes?
So yes, I think we all felt low, myself also many times in my life. You go to up and downs, even the law of attraction, you're still going to have big challenges in your life. What actually happens is the more you grow yourself, the more the universe is going to give you bigger challenges in your life. And you got to accept that. If you expect that, okay, I'm going to master the law of attraction and I'm never going to have any challenges in my life anymore, and my life is going to be perfect and smooth always, well, honestly, I think you're living a lie, because that's not going to be the reality. The reality is that you're still going to have lots of challenges in your life, but the difference is how you're going to deal with the challenges. First of all, you're going to see them as challenges and you're not going to see them as problems. Okay, because that's a perception. If you give something a meaning, you think it's a problem. How do you feel if you think something is a problem? Do you still feel like you are in control and you're taking action? Or if you feel it's a challenge, is it easier? Okay, I'm gonna take this challenge. I'm gonna be bigger than this challenge. So that's a perception. So I honestly feel and know that all of you're gonna go in learning curves, which means when you're growing and you're learning, it's gonna go up and down like this. You're gonna move up and down. The difference is the level of disappointments will become shorter. Initially, when I felt down, I could be down for many days, even like a week or 2 weeks when I first started the journey of personal development. And now my disappointments are much shorter. They can maybe last a few minutes, but they will not last for days anymore. So you learn to manage your emotion. You learn to discipline your emotion. And you learn to discipline your disappointments. So this is super powerful, is that once you know that, you also know that you should not beat yourself up. Give yourself time and space to grow. So our mind can be very judgmental. That means we can be very hard on ourselves. Like, for example, oh, I shouldn't be thinking this negative thought, and I keep thinking this negative thought, or I shouldn't be doing this, and I keep doing this. Who has this kind of thought sometimes? So what are we doing there? We are beating ourselves up, right? So does that increase your vibration or lower your vibration? It lowers, right? So that's why it's so important to become the watcher. If you are the watcher and you know you're not your thoughts, will you judge yourself? No, right? Because you are the watcher. Do you notice that if you become the watcher, you're just seeing all these thoughts passing by, and you know these thoughts are not you? Now, if you have a negative thoughts, do you feel irritated? Less easy, right? When you become the watcher, it's less easy to be irritated. You become more peaceful. Just notice it. And then you can analyze your thoughts. You can say, hey, now I realize these negative thoughts that come up is actually not my thought. My mom or my dad were saying the same thing. So they were thinking the same things. Or my grandparents used to think the same way. Or my teacher used to think the same way. And then you realize it's just a recording. It's not you. Okay, this is super important, because when you keep judging yourself, what you're doing, you keep bringing down your vibration. Okay, so if you want to move up as fast as possible, I know all of you want to be more successful, more happy. Who wants to be more successful, more happy, faster? We all want that, right? So the first thing we got to learn is that we got to let go of the illusion that, oh, once I become this, I will be happy. Our mind creates that illusion. Like some of you will say, okay, once I become a Get team, I will be happy. Once I become a millionaire team, I will be happy. Once I become a president's team, I will be happy. Once I become a chairman's club, I will be happy. Once I have $1 million in my account, I will be happy. Who has these thoughts sometimes? Yes, we all have. So that's a lie, which means money position is not going to necessarily make you happier. I can guarantee you that. You know, it's going to make more of what you are already. So if you are a happy person, you're going to become a more happy person. But if you are a negative person, you can become a more negative person. It increases your strength. So, and for you to actually get where you want to go, the best thing to do is to learn to be happy right now. Happy right now. So my question to you is, what can you do right now to be happy? That's something, take a piece of paper. What are the things that you can do every single day right now to make yourself happy? And if you have the Law of Attraction Planner with you, you will notice that I created a special section for that in the planner to help you find out things that could make you happy. Here's like a whole list of action steps you could actually take to increase your vibration. Now, this list is to customize. The reason why I put many different things here, because everybody has different needs and everybody has different passions. So what you do is you go over the list and you can highlight what are the things that you know, if you do them, make you happy. And those are the things actually that you want to put as your #1 priority every single day. As you can see here in the planner, you will see that there is a section, you know, what will I do to feel happy today? This is actually the most important section of the daily part of the planner, the most important. Even if you don't fill in the rest, but you fill in those 3 and you practice those 3, you are successful. Those are the most important ones. Because why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to become rich? Because you think it's going to make you happy, right? True, right? So why not become happy right now? Why not choose to be happy right now? Why not choose every single day to make it your #1 priority to be happy right now? And if you do that, what happens is your vibration moves up. And when your vibration moves up, what happens? You attract more of the same vibration. So that's how the law of attraction works. You attract what you vibrate. If you vibrate happy, positive thoughts, you will attract more happy, positive thoughts in your life. If you vibrate abundance, you will attract abundance in your life. If you vibrate a lot of negative thoughts about money and it's hard to make money, it's going to be very hard for you to make money in your life. If you think it's hard to be healthy, it's going to be very hard to be healthy. Everybody understands that? Yes? Okay, so let's do some work now. Just write down 5 things that are free for you, that don't cost you any much money, but that make you happy if you do them every day. So write down 5 things that you can do every single day that's going to make you happy and it's going to bring you in a good vibration. For example, what makes me happy is just a walk in nature. I love to just be in nature. It makes me so happy. And it's free. You can just go take a walk in the park or go to the beach, and I just feel so happy there. And that's the moment I do my gratitude, and that's the moment I do my visualizations.
Thank you so much. That's so true, especially relating to all of us who's running the business, or especially if you're new, you constantly have a lot of thoughts, or when you have some challenges or rejections, you start to like a joke, go down this way, right? So you get number one quick tip, which is the most important part of the planner. You know where to focus on right now. Okay, and which we're going to go to the next question regarding how to actually maximize the usage of the planner. So here's the question. From your video, I believe that I need to invest some time in writing, and it is cross-referenced with each entry. So how do you, what do you recommend the time that we should invest to make it effective?
Yes, so if you have the first question you got to ask yourself is, how much time are you willing to improve your life? So that's the first question you want to ask yourself. And you can write it down on a piece of paper. How much time are you willing to invest every single day in yourself to become more happy, to become more successful, and to become a better human being? What is it worth for you? So whatever number that you write down now is the number you should spend time to do this planner. Because for some of you, it's more than 20 minutes or 10 minutes. That means that the other time you use for meditation, you use for personal development, you use for affirmations, you do learning for yourself, growing for yourself. When I first started this journey, I was kind of obsessed with personal development when I first started. And initially, I started with half an hour. And then very soon after, I started with 2-hour sessions a day. 2-hour sessions of personal development. And I would doing it in the morning. I would do my gratitude. I would read at least half an hour. I would watch at least 1 hour or listen 1 hour to personal development tape. And the rest I would be kind of planning my day and planning my week and planning my life. So now I don't say you have to do 2 hours, but if you want to, that's perfectly fine. But I think it's more important is to do something consistent. Is to find yourself how much time can you spend every single day consistently. I personally recommend a minimum of 10 minutes. You know, if investing 10 minutes in yourself, in your life, is not worth it, what kind of life are you expecting for yourself? You see, it's so important to be willing to invest minimum 10 minutes a day for your own life, to create a better life. Now, for using the planner, what I personally recommend is, like I said, the number one thing, the most important thing is actually to list down what makes you feel happy today. What are you going to do to make you feel happy today? So if you have very limited time that day and you just write down those 3 things, what you're going to do to make yourself feel happy, and you're going to act on those, That's already great. That's amazing already. Okay, the other thing that's important is, of course, setting yourself a goal and also thinking about what you're grateful for, because gratitude is one of the most powerful practices you can do to feel happier in your life. Who's practicing gratitude every single day? And who noticed already a huge difference by doing gratitude every single day? Gratitude is like magic in your life. It's like, you know, Harry Potter, like creating magic. If you want to create magic in your life, you want to practice gratitude in every single thing you do. So when you drink water, feel grateful for the water. When you brush your teeth, feel grateful for having teeth. When you clean your face, be grateful for having a healthy skin. So whenever you do something in your day, when you're taking a shower, one thing that for me is really powerful is I take a shower, I always hug myself, and I just feel grateful for being alive and having water to clean myself and to shower myself. So gratitude is not something you just do a one short moment in the day and you write down 3 things to be grateful for. It's something you want to practice during the day, all day long. And that's the difference with people who create magic in their life. It became a habit for them. Now, I can be honest, for me, it wasn't a habit when I started. It's not something I learned from my parents to be grateful every day. I didn't learn that from my parents. I kind of had to learn to bring that into my life, but I keep doing it every single day. And by making small practices in all my life areas every single moment to learn to be grateful. So I think those 2 are the most important, what can make you happy, and then being grateful, and then it's all about the goal setting. So for the goal setting, what I personally recommend is you take around 5 minutes a day for the morning. This is the morning sheet, and 5 minutes a day for the evening sheet. Now, why is the evening sheet also super important? Because it's reflection. When you reflect on what you do, you can make improvements. If you don't reflect on your emotions, what happens is you keep living the same emotions every single day. And you keep living the same way every single day. So reflection is key, because even if every single day you can just improve your life with 1%, how much will your life change in 1 year? A lot, right? Over 300% your life will change in 1 year. So how can you get that 1% improvement? By doing reflection. So that's super important. Now, I think all of you have probably watched my video, because I shared it on how to use the 2 sheets. Did everybody watch that video? Yes? Now, I know in that video, I gave you everything. It's like a lot of things to practice, right? So some of you feel like, okay, that's overwhelming, because I wanted to give you everything. I wanted to give you 100%. If you want to use the planner to the fullest, do it the way like I teach you in the video. If you choose to do only half of that, that's perfectly fine. But if you do half of that, make sure you minimum do the gratitude part, the parts of what's going to make you happy, and then the goal setting, and then some part of the reflection. At least do that every single day. Okay. Is there any questions on this, on how to fill in the daily sheets?
Yesterday we watched the video and then we learned together as a team. And then what I realized is the entire planner is very enriching. It's not just to write down some to-do lists or to write down what are the things you want to complete, but it's really gearing up someone for a change and also for growth. Yeah. So having that said, is there any particular flow that you would recommend to go through the planner? Because I realized that there's this roadmap. Everyone, if you flip to the front of the book, right, there's this roadmap. Okay, never mind. To teach you the step by step. Yeah. So should we actually be following the exact step, or it's okay to, yeah? How do we maximize?
Yes, it's recommended to follow the exact steps. The reason simple is the reason why I designed it, for example, as you will notice, is that I start with awareness and self-discovery first. And then I start with mission and vision statement. And then only I start with setting big goals. Okay. Now, I know most of you, if you go to personal development training, we don't do the awareness and self-discovery. We don't do the mission and vision statement. We straight set big goals, right? Now, there is a problem with that. If you straight set big goals, many of us, we will set goals that are actually not our goals, not goals that you truly want for yourself. Most of us will set goals what other people expect from us, what society expects from us, what your parents taught you, and what you think is the right thing to do because that's what they expected from you. But what happens is when you set those things as your goals, many times when you even achieve those goals, they will not make you happy because they're not the goals that you truly want from your heart. So if you just simply set goals from the beginning, what happens is you will set goals from your thoughts, not from your true self. Remember the watcher, you want to be the watcher. You want to be the one who's aware and you want to connect with your heart. So the first section is actually all about connecting with your heart and going deep, you know, what really has value for you in life. When you answer those questions, you know, in the beginning you will feel a lot of resistance. Some of you who answer these questions for the first time, you're like, you know, you have a lot of thoughts and thinking. That's why I recommend you just take a timer and just take 90 seconds per question. Don't think. Just write down 90 seconds per question. Write down, write down, write down. Don't think. The more you think, is this right? Is this wrong? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? These are not your thoughts again. These are just judgments because we are so used to being told what to do. and you want to follow your own heart here. So yes, you want to follow that sequence because if you miss that and you straight set goals, what happens is most of you will not necessarily do what really resonates with your heart. And what happens is when you do things that resonate with your heart, what happens? Are you going to be more happy during the day? Yes. If you do work or things that actually don't make you happy, how is your vibration? Up or down? Up, right? So if you're doing things you love to do, what happens? Your vibration goes up. And when your vibration goes up, what happens? You can easier attract in your life. Everybody understands that? Yes? So, yeah, so we want to follow those steps. So what happens is once we have done step 1, then step 2, and then step 3, then we're going to create a vision board. And we're going to create a life statement. Because to do the life statement, you need to include all your goals. The life statement is actually like you're creating your movie script. You know, like you're going to make your own movie script of your own life. That's the life statement. And you want to include every part of the goals that you want to achieve. Family goals, health goals, financial goals, business goals, life goals, all the areas. And you want to make it into one script, like a movie script, that you can read for yourself every single day and you can use it to do the visualization. So that's the life statement. So to do the life statement, you got to first know the other steps. So it all goes in a sequence. Okay, so take yourself, don't rush yourself, just take the time to do each step and don't worry too much about, am I doing this right? Am I doing this wrong? You know, just start doing it and you will get better over time.
Awesome. That was actually one of my personal questions that I want to make the most out of it. Like I should be doing it the correct way. I don't want to do it the wrong way, right? And then we have one quick question that's about the usage of the planner as well, which is, can we do the left section, the morning section, a day before?
Sorry, I had to take my headset off. Can you repeat that question one more time?
Yeah, sure. So a quick question about the usage of the planner is, can we do the morning section, which is the left section, a day before?
Yes, you can. That's actually really good to do because I would say especially the task and the priorities you want to achieve is really good to plan it the day before. And also the part of what you're going to do to make yourself happy. Also, and what you want to achieve is always good to do it the night before if you can, but you don't have to. It's also perfectly fine to do it in the morning. Some people believe, okay, if they do it at night you're going to start thinking already and visualizing all your dreams and all the tasks you need to do. So one thing I do recommend is writing down all the tasks at night for the next day, just to kind of quieten your mind. Because many times we bring our work to our bed when we go sleep, and then you don't sleep well because you, in your mind, you keep thinking about all the things you got to do. And then you don't sleep well. So what you want to do is you want to put them all down in your planner, so you don't think about them. They're all here. You don't need to worry. You will not forget anything, and you can go to sleep. And then you will sleep much better. One other benefit of doing it at night is if you have a certain goal you want to achieve, you can actually visualize it before, because what you do is you write it down, and then you go to sleep, and then you can visualize already the next day all going well. That's like learning to use visualization in segments. Remember in the video I talked about segment visualization? And I really recommend you to do that, because many of us, we try to do visualization for big goals only, like big things in our life. It's great, you have big visualizations, but you also want to have small visualizations, day-to-day visualizations, so that before you start your day, you visualize yourself that the whole day is going well, that everything in the day is going fine. You're achieving each task easily and effortlessly. And that's really, really powerful. That's why you really use visualization to the maximum. And you're going to achieve much more than just trying to visualize big goals far away by just doing visualization every single day on a day-to-day basis. So yes, if you do that at night, it will be very powerful.
Awesome.
Now,
yeah.
There is one more thing I forgot to say, which is super important. I know some of you have questions about it, is how to use the reward section. You notice you have goal setting and reward section in the planner. Now, the reward is super important. Actually, we are wired to do things either out of fear, you know, the pain of losing something, or the joy of gaining something in our life. That's how our brain is wired. So what happens is you want to learn to rewire your brain to do the things that you want it to do. And to do that is by rewarding your brain for good behavior every single day. We are very similar to, say, for example, you have a dog, or you have a pet. How do you train your pet? Each time when the pet has good behavior, you give him a cookie, right? Yes. Now, same with kids. How do you train kids to have good behavior? Each time when they behave good, what do? You reward them, right? Yes, we work exactly the same. We are same as kids. We are same as pets. You know, if you wonder, like, okay, you know, why do I procrastinate every single day? If you ask yourself these questions, or you notice that every single day you are procrastinating, you're not doing the things you should be doing, and you're always repeating this loop, it's just because you have wired yourself like this. You can rewire yourself. And that's why the reward section is so important. For example, you say, okay, if I have contacted my 10 prospects, I will give myself a free reward. I can have my favorite food, or my favorite movie to watch, or anything that brings you joy in your life. So that's the reward section. It's why it's so important, is you want to put small rewards every single day. Before you can watch your favorite series, before you can eat your favorite food, you first do the tasks, and then you get that as a reward. And what happens if you do that every single day, what happens after a while is your brain automatically works for you. It doesn't work against you. So honestly, this is another very important part of the planner that I don't want you to miss out on, is doing those daily rewards. Because if you do them well, you will train your brain within 30 to 90 days to really work for you, not against you. And then you will notice everything is much easier. Who notices that they sometimes procrastinate a lot in their life? Procrastination is just a habit. You know, you can rewire yourself. Okay. Procrastination comes, one is that you are not having a rewarding system for yourself. So most of the time, people who procrastinate a lot, they are very critical towards themselves. They judge themselves a lot. So they set a goal, they don't take action, and then they beat themselves up. And they've repeated that many, many times. So what happens now is you give yourself, your brain, suddenly a new goal. You say to your brain, this is the new goal. As soon as you set that new goal, the brain is already having fear, because it knows you set this new goal, you're not going to take action, and you're going to beat yourself up. Okay, and that's what actually causes procrastination. So how can you change that? You, first of all, you learn to set big goals in the future, and you learn to set small goals, very achievable goals every single day. Small achievable goals. And with those achievable goals, you set small rewards every single day. And what happens is you can achieve those goals, so you will reward yourself, and slowly you're going to build your self-confidence, and slowly you're going to stop procrastinating, because you are doing the things you say you're doing, you want to do. So you start believing in yourself. And that's how you slowly build self-confidence. This is super important, because I've seen that with way too many people. When they get into this, they get super excited, they set really big goals for themselves, then they don't take action, they beat themselves up, and then they get afraid, their brain gets afraid of setting goals. So you don't want to do that. Okay, set big goals for 3 to 5 years from now, but set very small goals on a day-to-day basis, and actually do them, achieve them, and reward yourself. Can you do that?
Yes.
Yes, and when you do that, what happens with your self-confidence? If every single day you achieve your goals, how will you feel? Will you feel good? Will you feel proud about yourself? Will you start believing more in yourself? Yes, so this is super important. So I think that's another thing you want to get out of this today, is to really practice this simple method. It's much more powerful than trying to set huge goals and then beating yourself up, or trying to do everything perfect. It doesn't work. Also, another thing is letting go of perfectionism. You know, perfectionism is a lie. Every successful person makes a lot of mistakes. The difference with a person who is more successful at a certain level with you and them is that they made much more mistakes than you. But they were not afraid to make mistakes. They just kept going and going and going, and they knew that mistakes is just a part of the journey. And they don't beat themselves up for making mistakes. Yes? So yeah, that's how you do it, and that's how you use the reward system. So set very achievable goals and create a reward system for yourself. So how can you practically do that, for example, in Herbalife business? It's very easy. For example, if you are used to contacting 3 people a day, for example, if now you're contacting 3 people a day, new people, and you want to move up to 10, don't instantly move up to 10. Set yourself a goal from 3 to 5. And then once you do that consistently for 1 week and you achieve it every day, reward yourself, and then move it up to 8, and then move it up to 10. And step by step, you're moving it up, and you're taking action on what you say you're going to do. And what happens is your self-confidence goes up, and your manifestation power goes up. You want to know a little secret? Who wants to know a little secret? Yes? Your words have huge power. So if you every day do what you say you're going to do, it's extremely powerful. If every day you say things but you don't do them, what happens is you lose your power. You lose your power because you say, oh, I'm going to do this, and your mind already says, yeah, right. So many times you never do it, so you will not do it. So stop promising things to others. Stop promising things to yourself that you're not going to do. Only say things that you're going to do. And really focus on that and master it. Now, it doesn't mean you cannot make a mistake. We all make mistakes, but you don't want to be a person who just makes promises everywhere, promises to yourself, or say, oh, I'm gonna start reading this new book today, and you don't do it today. You do it like in 1 week from now, or you never do it. And you're saying all these things to yourself and you never do it. You're actually breaking yourself down. You're breaking down your power of manifestation. Because in this way, if you set a goal, your mind is going to say, yeah, right, you set this goal, it's not going to happen. But what happens is if you say something and you do it every single day, now when you set a big goal, what is your mind going to say? Yeah, he's going to do it. She's going to do it, because each time when she says something, she's doing it. So what happens is your belief goes up a lot. Your power goes up a lot. Does everybody understand that? Is that clear? Yes or yes? Yes? Okay, awesome.
That's so true. And I think it's really, really powerful, because most of the time, especially when it comes to our business, we say we're going to do something and then we may end up not doing it for whatever reason. And over time, you're starting to train your mind to not trust yourself. So eventually, when you set goals or you tell your coach you want to do something, deep down inside, you actually don't believe yourself because of these long-term habits. Yeah, so let's make full use of this part. We are all creatures of habit to really cultivate these good habits. All right. And
exactly. Yeah. Can I add something on that?
Yes, of course.
Which I think is super important, because we all have a choice. We either gonna pay the price of regret and guilt, or we're gonna pay the price of action and actually eventually achieving our goals. So either pay the price of discipline or pay the price of regret and guilt. So many people stay in regret and guilt. They're saying all these things, they don't do it, and they keep themselves there. They get low self-esteem. They don't feel good about themselves. They're beating themselves up. You don't want to be there. You want to move yourself here. It's your choice wherever you want to move. But I think this way is much better. If you pay the price of discipline and you get all the rewards, it's so much more fun than staying on this side. But either way, we are paying a price, so we choose. So make the right choices for yourself. It's your life, but I know what I choose for myself. It's this side.
Definitely. Now, before we move on to the last question, you guys make your choice. Which one you want to choose? The price of discipline or the price of regret or guilt? You can type it in the chat, okay? Discipline. Everyone type discipline.
Awesome. Right choice is the right choice. You know, for myself in the beginning, when I learned this concept, I put that question on my toilet. I was having it there, and every day I was watching it. I was asking myself, yeah, I want the discipline. And I knew why, and it kept me on track, you know. So you want to do this in your house. You want to put like points of references that remind you to keep you on track. You want to create a surrounding around you that keeps you on track doing this journey of creating your amazing life. So don't underestimate your surrounding have a huge power, and they also have your focus. So you want to make sure whatever is around you is always grabbing your attention back to what you want to do with your life, the life you want to create for yourself.
Excellent. So we have one more question, which I think is pretty interesting, because most of the time, especially when we hear from Jim Rohn, sometimes it says, fake it until you make it, right? So this question is very interesting. It says, if my vibration of positive energy is forced, faking my positive energy, does it mean the law of attraction will not work for me? What are your thoughts on this?
It's a very good question, and I also struggled with this a long time ago in the beginning when I learned about law of attraction. So it's true, fake it until you make it works. So you want to do that most of the time, because fake it until you make is actually helping you to rewire yourself. But fake it until you make it doesn't mean lie to yourself. Okay, what do I mean lie to myself? Sometimes when I first was reading the book, the Power of Positive Thinking, that was my first personal development book when I was 14 years old. I was in a very difficult time at home, and my parents were fighting, divorcing, and my brother almost committed suicide, and we had a lot of challenges at home, and we actually moved out of the house, and I got this book, The Power of Positive Thinking. And for me, it was a life savior. It really helped me to start focusing on the right direction, the right things in life, and it helped me so much. And over the years, I always thought, okay, you just got to be super positive. You just got to be super positive. And I didn't want to hear any negativity. But what happens with it is, yes, it's good to always focus on the positive, and you do not want to express too much negativity and you don't want to entertain too much negativity. But there is also something called suppressed emotions. Okay, suppressed emotions. Imagine this, imagine a tree, a huge tree. A tree has a lot of roots, right? Deep roots. So if you want to have good fruits on your tree, you want to have very deep roots for the tree. Now, what are those roots? Those roots are actually your belief systems, your thoughts, your emotions. Those are those roots. So if you have good emotions, good belief system, good thoughts, you deliver nice, beautiful fruit for yourself, beautiful fruit for your life. Now, positive thinking is actually like a layer of flowers you put on top of those roots. And what happens is sometimes when people go into personal development, they just say, okay, I got to fake it till I make it. And they do not give space for their emotions to heal or their emotions to come out. And that doesn't help you. That doesn't serve you. Now, what do I mean with emotions to come out? Doesn't mean if you feel angry, you have to shout at everybody and you have to express your anger. No, that's not what I mean. For example, if you express anger, you want to ask yourself some deeper questions. What's the source of this anger? Where does this come from? You want to give yourself some time. You want to journal about it. You want to have some time to release negative roots. So you can take out those roots and you can get them out of your life. But how do you get those roots out of your life? By going through it, by admitting, okay, they are there, I see them, I want to change them, and asking yourself questions. So do not suppress your emotions. That's what I mean here. You do not want to build up suppressed emotions because they will hurt you back in life. Now, suppressed emotion doesn't mean also, like I said, that if you're angry, that you always have to throw all your anger to everybody around you. You want to reflect on it. You want to take time to reflect on it. You just don't want to just neglect it. Okay, that's important. Now, the rest of the time, yes, you fake it until you make it. Because if you act positive, even you don't feel positive, but you act positive around people, eventually you will become positive. Because it's your state of being. You know, if you are in a positive state, how you hold your position. A negative person always looks down, and they're mostly more downward with their body postures. If you do that now, if you follow me, you look down like this, and try to think positive when you're looking down. Try to think about positive thoughts. And now look up, position yourself up, shoulders up, back straight, look up, and think about positive thoughts. Now, when you look up and you have your back straight, try to think about negative thoughts. Do you notice when you look up, you cannot think about negative thoughts? Who noticed that? That's a beautiful gift we got from God. So just look up. It's something I do, like sometimes when I get into a downward spiral, like some negative emotion comes up, I just go outside and I look up and I hold my hands like this and I just look to God and I just start talking to God and I just feel grateful for being alive, for seeing the blue sky, for seeing the sun, for feeling my body. And I just go to this routine for 2 to 5 minutes until this negative energy momentum has reduced. So that's something you can do to stay. And that's also kind of, you could say it's fake it until you make it, because you felt negative first and then you look up and you change your vibration. So fake it and you make it is actually you just choosing to change your vibration. So I would highly recommend that. Now, is there something about you forcing, if you try to force the law of attraction to work? Well, the law of attraction works always. You cannot force it. It's always working. It's either working to do things that you don't want in your life to attract that, or it's working to attract things you want in your life. It's always in motion, just like the law of gravity. It's always working. So don't be afraid. If you think, okay, I'm going to fake it and make it, I'm just going to be as positive as I can be, great, do that. It's going to help you. I was faking a lot in the beginning when I first went to the Herbalife meeting. Sometimes I felt like crap. And then I went into the meeting and I just You know, look up, act happy, and I was totally forgetting about all my problems I had before. So that's fake it till you make it, but suddenly that problem was not there anymore because I wasn't focusing on it anymore. So fake it till you make it is great if it's a shift of focus. But before you were focused on the negative and now you focus on the positive and you're faking it till you make it. That's great. Do that more. Do that all the time in your life because that's how you're going to get your vibration up. But don't suppress the emotion. Okay. Now I will clarify suppressing emotion again because some people also misunderstand that is don't suppress also doesn't mean like if your mind is very active and feels like you want to gossip all around and you say, oh, I shouldn't suppress, I'm going to just gossip. No, that doesn't mean that's not what I mean. you want to avoid doing that. So if you feel negative, the first thing you want to always do is don't give it voice. Okay, negative thoughts have very little power if you don't give it voice. Words are extremely powerful. So if you give your negative thoughts words, so if you criticize somebody, if you judge somebody, if you gossip about somebody, what are you doing? You're spreading negativity in the world. And what happens? You're actually spreading negativity into your own life because what you do to others will come back to you multiple times. So if you feel you're getting too much negativity into your life, it's also because probably subconscious you are doing it to others. So what you want to do is you want to reverse that. You want to give blessings to others. Say good, kind things to others. Tell them what's nice about them, what you appreciate about them, what you appreciate about your environment. And always focus on doing that because then you spread positivity around you, you get more positivity in your life. So never think that you're immune of that. If you speak it out and it's negative, it's going to come back to you in a different shape or form. So always remember that. If it's just a thought, it's not so powerful. It doesn't affect your life so much. It's 100 times more powerful when you speak it out. That's why there's a beautiful verb in the Arabic language about having 3 gatekeepers. And each time ask yourself, is it really necessary to say? You know, is it gonna make the world better when I say it? Is it gonna make my surrounding better? Is it gonna make me better by saying it? And if you ask yourself those questions many times, you already realize that it's not worth it to say it. Even sometimes the emotion is so strong and you want to say it, don't say it. Ask yourself this question, is it necessary? Is it gonna help me? Is it gonna help the other people? Is it gonna make the world a better place? Is it gonna increase my vibration or lower my vibration? And when you ask yourself these questions, most of the time you're already, okay, yeah, right now. I'm just gonna not say it. I'm gonna be the watcher, let my negative thoughts pass. And then look up, be grateful, and the energy disappears. After you've done that, that's the time you don't want to suppress. Then you want to take your journal and you want to write down, where did this come from? Maybe it was a negative belief, a negative perception on life. So this is what I mean, not suppressing, is after when you feel good again, take some time to look back and reflect on it. Why was I behaving like this? Did it serve me? Where this is coming from? And then you realize, oh, this is actually not me. I'm copying exactly like my dad used to be. Or this is like what he learned from his father and I'm doing the same thing. And then when you become aware of it, you have the power to stop doing it. So that's what I mean with not suppressing. And that's what this section is all about. Okay.
Thank you so much, Frederik, for the insightful session and also for spending your 1 hour, precious 1 hour with us. And it just something a little bit sidetrack is that I remember reading somewhere that for every planner that we get, 5 trees are being planted, right? Wow. Yes. So guys, it means we planted 500 trees as a team. So
yes, you can give yourselves
a pat on the back. Yeah. You planted trees just by contributing. All right. Thank you so much.
Now, thank you for doing that. And also thank you for investing in yourself. You know, by doing that, you can become a light for others. So it's so beautiful. It's the best thing you can do, is the best investment you can do, is to invest in yourself, to invest the time in yourself, growing yourself, and be patient with yourself. And if you do that, you become a happier, better person. You become a blessing for many other people around you. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you. All right. And that would actually conclude our session for today, right? But before we moving on to like a group photo, I have this request. I would love to invite Coach Jason for a quick recap.
Thank you so much, Willie. Thank you so much, Frederik. You are
Hello.
amazing. Hi, this is Jason Maley, all the way from Australia.
Hello.
We are so close to you.
Nice to see you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for this amazing session. It's really, really insightful. We learned so much. We got so excited that we think about giving a gift to our team, and we straight away think about your planner, because that is something that is most powerful and most effective for the entire team as well. And having you here is a blessing for all of us. Thank you so much.
Frederik.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We are also very blessed today that we just saw that our newly qualified, or our brand new president's team, Nick and Mila, and brand new president's team, Nasir and Haslina, are actually online as well. So we have all these amazing people, Frederik, Nick, Nasir, Haslina, all of you here. So actually, I have a small little news and also request. Is actually this month is actually Huili's second cut new team.
Our host Huili.
Our host Huili. Correct. Yeah. So would like to ask a favor from you, see whether you have any word of encouragement and also word of blessing for Huili, from Frederik, from Nick and Mila, from Nasir and Haslina as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes, well, I already see from your energy and vibration that you're in the right momentum. And I see that you have the right heart in place with your team, you know, what you're doing here right now, and how much you want to help others. So I have no doubt that you're going to hit your third cut. So just believe it, visualize it. It's already there for you. You already have received it. And it's going to be a blessing, because you moving up is going to help all the others in the team to move up. So I would like to ask everybody in the team, you know, give your 100% this month, you know, really see how you can stretch yourself to just help yourself and actually help Huili to move up to the next level, because by you helping her, you're going to help yourself, and it's all about teamwork. So go the extra miles, go all the way this month, and just do the best you can for yourself and to help her. That's the most beautiful thing. When you help others, you're helping yourself. So I'm excited to see you in the Millionaire team already. I see you there already.
Thank you so much. I will use this all the way until I get there.
Thank you so much, Frederik. Thank you. So so let's go together, all team members. Doesn't matter which team we are together, but let's ride the momentum. And 2021 is the new year for everyone. It's really, if we start to practice law of attraction, it definitely will help us to actually grow in this business tremendously. And then thank you again for this amazing planner. We love it so much.
Pleasure.
Okay, hi everyone.
I also have some more time, another 15 minutes for questions for those that still didn't have clarity. So I'm always open to do that after this.
I think we've got.
Okay, hi Sifu.
Aha, Nick.
Okay, thank you for your sharing today. It's amazing. And thank you for the arrangement from Huili and Jason team. They arranged the best sharing from Sifu Frederik today to share about the planner. And then congratulations to Huili. Your second cut, right? Second cut, last cut.
Second cut.
Second cut, right? A second cut, and the momentum to go to the Millionaire team. Okay. Thank you for Sifu for inviting me today. Also to refresh again. Actually, I start use that planner in 2016, early of 2016. So that time, because of the planner is really shift our subconscious mind to go to the bless for the people, go to the bless for our day, our body, and bless also for our dream. Because sometimes when we write down, but the time sometimes we write down is too much random because write down. So when we have planner, we start to specific and more specific and more put intention for the thing, the future reality. That means our goal and our dream. The thing is simple in the universe law. When you put attention, you put the energy. When you put the attention, you put the energy. So the whole body, mind, and soul, you start to put the right intention in the right place. And you every morning you place the energy for the right place. Then mean your goal, your blessing, your gratitude, your team, your people. So identity, then everyone know everything have the frequency, everything have the vibration. So what the high vibration, lower vibration, middle vibration. So if our life every day, if we can start to shift everything, we start to shift for the high vibration. That means our goal, our dream, our pain, and everything, our community. They mean this, you start, the moment we start to building the new potential of life, and of course, we never fail to success, of course, because we start to build the something is greater than our feeling and our thought. This is very important every day. We start to realize what the extraordinary we have in our potential and our feeling most of greater than our feeling and our thought. It's not we are living the same the chemical, the same program because we already tried the program years like me before. How we can move up over the program. The planner is the tools, is the greatest tools. Thank you, Sifu. This is the greatest tools. You just have one the boot and everything, the body, mind, soul inside, and put the intention there, and then really put the whole body, mind, soul, and then at the planner, and start to looking how the universe's law work in naturally. Success become naturally, and then the attractive become naturally, and then everything start to work properly, and we start to feel, because of the measure before success coming is you measure our heart. We start to feel peaceful in our life every day. When we start to peaceful do the job, we start peaceful do the Herbalife, when we start to peaceful talking to our people, that means we are start to get measure of the success. So Hoily keep doing and then make it 2021. Actually not for Haley, for everyone here, for everyone here. We can transcend our life better when we understand how the universe law works. We can transcend. Okay, we can transcend, and then we break through all the potential we have. Okay, we can more beauty, we can more handsome, we can more youngest, and we can more rich. We can for Muslim, we can more beriman, we can more faith, and we can more the spiritual, and we can do more. And the thing is, make it our present moment the place to manifest that. So thank you, Sifu, again, and thank you, Heli, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jason, thank you.
Thank you, Nick, for your sharing.
Thank you, Nick. It means so much to us. And Chu is for everybody. And I really don't know what to say, but I'm just really, really grateful that today with this training, and we have so many amazing, amazing people that has been inspired us in our journey. And your words of encouragement, really, truly grateful for it. Thank you so much, Nick.
So Frederik has another 10 minutes for Q&A session, right? Is that right?
Yes. Anything I can help, I'm very happy to do that.
Anyone has any more questions? Murti, you have a question? You can actually unmute yourself.
Okay, want to ask this because I didn't get any this book. Where I can buy this book actually? It's from Amazon
Yeah, you can buy it from Amazon or freedommastery.com.
or freedommastery.com.
Yeah.
So how much the book is cost?
It's all on the website, so it depends what book you buy, what plan you buy. But this one, particular one we discussed today is the daily. The daily planner.
Oh, daily planner. Okay.
It's a 90-day planner.
Oh, everyday planner, right?
Yeah, 90-day. Yeah.
90 days planner. Oh, okay. I want that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, the one that we're having is 90 days undated planner. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Thank you, Oli.
Thank you.
Hi,
All
Frederik. Hi, Hui. Irene here. Quick question. If it's the dated planner, is there a different version? So the page that Frederik has shared during today, as well as the video, I think it's slightly different if it's the dated one. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. So this one is a 90-day undated. So that's the one we discussed today, but the 8 steps are the same in the dated. The difference with the dated is that it has a week overview. Let me see if I have one here. I think the one that you have is having the week overview. So it's like 1 week. It's not the daily one. So the difference between both mainly is that the 90 days really, if you want to have a big transformation in your life and you really want to take enough time, at least 10 minutes to 15 minutes every day to actually put the intention for the day, to really manifest it, and then also reflect during the day. So it's a planner and a journal combined, where the other one, the weekly dated, is only like 3 to 5 minutes a day. It's much shorter. It's still great. It's still going to help you to move forward in your life. But if you really want to make a big transformation, I honestly like this one myself the most. And most people have the biggest change with practicing this one, the undated 90 days.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you so much, Irene. And thank you so much, everybody, for spending your beautiful Sunday afternoon here. Now, before we go, can everyone turn on your camera? We're going to take group photo. And what we're going to do is show your planner, okay? We're going to take group photo with our planners. Ryan, can you help us to take? And also thank you, Ryan, for hosting the Zoom today.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Can everyone turn on your camera